Question number 171. Which of the following is not true for human placenta? Not true. So we have to find out the false statement. It is hemochorial. So hemochorial. Over here we can see that it is a merging of two words. The word heme and the word chorial. The word heme stands for blood, which is the maternal part. So the blood is the maternal part of the placenta, whereas chorial stands for chorion. Chorion is the fetal part of placenta, which is absolutely true. That is, the chorion, the chorionic villi are completely bathed in the mother's blood. So over here we say that placenta is hemochorial. Yes, this is the true statement. Number 2, it permits movements of certain antibodies to provide immunity to the fetus. So movement of certain antibodies. The antibody that is the smallest one, that is IgG, can pass through the placenta and provide passive immunity to the developing fetus. So over here this statement stands absolutely correct. It acts as fetal lung. Why are we calling it lung? Because there is exchange of gases. Students, as we know that the fetal lung is not responsible for the exchange of gases, but since metabolism is taking place, the fetus has to take in oxygen and it has to give out carbon dioxide. So basically the fetus utilizes mother's oxygen and gives out its own carbon dioxide into the placenta. So definitely placenta acts as a lung. Now let's look at the fourth option. Mixing of maternal and fetal blood occurs at placenta. This is absolutely false statement. Why? Because there is no mixing as such of the maternal and the fetal blood. If in case any kind of mixing would occur and if the blood group of the fetus and the mother are different, then it would generate an agglutination reaction between the antigen and the antibody of the mother. So the answer to this question becomes option number 4, students. Question number 172 says dizygotic twins are the result of. That means how many zygotes are being formed? There are 2 zygotes. They are a result of different fertilization of 2 separate ova. One sperm fertilizes each ovum. So that is why dizygotic twins are formed. Let's look at the options now. Fusion between 2 different sperms and 1 ova, false. Fusion between 1 sperm and 2 ova, false. Fusion between 2 different sperms with 2 separate ova, true. And splitting of a zygote formed by fusion. This is the case of monozygotic twins. This is the case of monozygotic twins, wherein there is a splitting of zygote. So in this case, dizygotic twins, our correct option is option number 3. So the answer to this question becomes option number 3. I hope we are clear with the concept of monozygotic and dizygotic twins. Let's move on, students, to question number 173. How many cell stage is a human morula? Now it says human morula clearly. So 2 to 3, 1, no, single celled is always a zygote. It is never a morula. Morula is formed as a result of cleavage. So our option over here is clearly 8 to 16 celled. Morula is a 8 to 16 cell stage, is an 8 to 16 cell stage which later transformed into a blastocyst which is going to get implanted. It is called as morula because it resembles a mulberry fruit. So in this case our answer becomes option number 4, that is 8 to 16 cell stage is the human morula. Next question. Question number 174. Type of cleavage in humans is meroblastic, holoblastic, spiral or determinate. Now let's look at the types of cleavage. So on the basis of amount of yolk, the cleavage can be of 2 types, that is meroblastic and holoblastic. In meroblastic cleavage, the cleavage furrow does not pass through the animal as well as the vegetal pole because there is yolk present in the cell. If there is large amount of yolk present in the egg, the cleavage furrow is not able to across the yolk part. Therefore, this type of cleavage is called as partial or incomplete cleavage. This occurs in eggs where large amount of yolk is present. Such eggs are called as megalethal eggs. Whereas holoblastic cleavage is complete cleavage, wherein the cleavage furrow passes meridionally, that is in a particular meridian, throughout the animal and vegetal axis. So this kind of cleavage is complete cleavage, and it occurs in eggs where there is no yolk at all. Such an egg is called as alecithal egg. Now the egg in humans is alecithal, therefore the kind of cleavage that will occur is going to be holoblastic cleavage. The plane of cleavage is going to be meridional from animal to vegetal axis. Let us look at the other option, students. Meroblastic we have discussed, holoblastic we have discussed, spiral, that is the plane of cleavage. Spiral cleavage does not occur in humans. Determinate cleavage, on the basis of fate of cells, the cleavage can be determinate or indeterminate. In case of humans, the cleavage is indeterminate because every blastomere does not have a decided fate. In determinate cleavage, every blastomere has a decided fate that what it is going to form later in the body. Therefore, the cleavage in humans is indeterminate. So over here, we have got our answer as holoblastic. So the answer for this question becomes option number 2. Moving on to the next question. Which among the following helps the sperm to enter cytoplasm of secondary oocyte? Now this again is a little tricky kind of a question, but we have to know the events exactly one by one. So sperm to enter the cytoplasm of secondary oocyte. Let's see. The middle piece is left behind when the sperm is trying to enter the secondary oocyte. So it is definitely not the middle piece. The centriole is not going to assist in the entry, because for the entry of sperm, it has to basically break the barriers. And for breaking the various barriers which are protecting and surrounding the secondary oocyte, only enzymes will work. So we have to look at the option which contains enzymes. Over here, among all 4 options, acrosome is the only part of the sperm which contains lysins. Lysins means the enzymes which are going to break down the various protective layers which are present around the secondary oocyte. Centrioles only help in cell division and formation of spindle fibers. So of course centrioles, both the kinds of centrioles, will not assist in penetration or entry. Middle piece contains mitochondria which provide energy for the movement of sperm, but it does not contain enzymes. Enzymes are present only in the acrosome. So in this case, acrosome will release lysins. Lysins are going to break down the protective layers of the ovum, and hence it will facilitate the entry of the sperm into the secondary oocyte for fertilization or for syngamy or fusion. So in this case, our answer becomes option number 4. So answer is option number 4, that is acrosome, because of the presence of its acrosomal enzymes or lysins. Alright students, I hope we are clear with this concept.